guys, it's Dajema. I had my birthday party. It was just with my family. I didn't want anything crazy, so I just had a little get together with my family. And this is the cake my mom got for me. She is so amazing. She's my #1 fan, man. Like, literally nothing will ever top my mom. That's my mom and I love her so much. So today I am doing a video inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, DajemaMarie. She did 29 life lessons. I went in 29 years. She did it for her 30th birthday as well. And I was really inspired by that video because I think that's such a cool concept. And since I'm turning 16 on Tuesday, I thought it would just be a perfect idea to do it for my birthday. So if you want to know some life lessons I learned throughout my 16 years of living, then let's get on with the video. Some of these are not too deep. I mean, I tried to make some like real life lessons, but some of these are just like my personal thing and they're not that serious. First one is never try to paint your nails right before you're going somewhere. You know that like when you're in a rush somewhere and then you just look down and you're like, oh my god, my toes look crusty. Do not, just leave them bare, honestly. Just take off whatever crusty polish you have on already. Just leave them bare. You cannot paint them as well as the people at the nail shop do and you'll just look ridiculous. I went to a quince, my nails looked jacked and it was a whole mess. I speak from experience. Second one is always bring a jacket somewhere you know is going to be outside. I've made this mistake so many times and I'm so sensitive to the cold. I literally recently went to my friend's cousin's quinceañera and I was just like, oh, it's gonna be outside. Oh, that's so fun. Like, I didn't even think anything of it. I actually wore this, which is a romper, and it started raining and I was freezing like a little puppy dog. I was just asking to go inside, but the food was outside, so I was like contemplating. But like, yeah, just bring a jacket. It's not worth it. You're gonna get sick. You're gonna come back with a stuffy nose and you're just gonna be like, wow. Even if, oh, it's like one of those hot nights, it's like, no, bring a jacket. You're gonna ask for somebody else's. You're gonna be that girl. Don't be that girl. 3 is don't believe everything you see on Instagram. People just automatically assume that they're like news anchors and stuff like that because they just see a bunch of Instagram posts and they think that they know so much about a subject and they're just like, facts. I saw it on a Twitter post posted on Instagram. Like, they're making memes about it. It must be true. That's how they get you. They get those people, the selected. They get the selected people who will believe it, and that's how you just reeled in. Don't believe it. Don't fall for it. Instagram is like the Wikipedia of sources. This one's kind of deep. Everything happens for a reason. If you feel like something bad happened to you and then you just don't know why, there's probably no way that you can explain it at the moment, but there may be a time that you can explain it and then you'll realize that, oh, this had to happen so this can happen. And sometimes bad things fall apart so better things can fall together, and just don't be too stuck on it. Don't try to come up with a reason why. I know I get you if you're one of those people, because I always try to find answers, and if I don't see an answer I get frustrated because I'm just like, I want the answer now. Like, why did this happen? Like, what is happening? Did I do anything bad? Like, what did I do to deserve this? It's just everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you can't explain it, but in the future you'll know why, and just try to be patient with yourself and just move on from whatever it was. There's a purpose in everything that happens to you, and I'm a strong believer in that. The eyebrow trends on social media are not going to stop, and I think I've just accepted it at this point because I thought that it was cut off at wavy brows. I thought, okay, like, are we over this 2016? Like, are we through with it? Like, are we just gonna keep these cejas? Like, no. I saw the most ridiculous post today. High heel eyebrows. Like, who? What? I'm so happy that people are so creative, but like, come on, man. I don't think that's wearable. Try to be as positive as possible. I know that when people go through tough times, it's really hard to just look at the positive side, but if you focus on the positive and surround yourself with positivity, I swear that it will come back to you. No matter what situation you go through, just try to look on the bright side of things. And I know that's so cheesy, but at the same time, it's like, if you can't change something, there's no point in complaining or being negative about something that you have no control over. So I just hope that if you're going through something, then you can look on something positive of it. There's always something good in something, whether it's like, oh, I had a really sucky day, but like I saw a dog in the street. Like, just focus on that. Like, I don't know, just something simple. Like, I know that's really cheesy and really like not easy for people to do, but I just really hope that you can focus on positivity, because if you surround yourself and make this little positive bubble, then people will just want to join your bubble, and then you'll have a bubble party and it'll be lit. This one I came to the conclusion I think about 5 years ago. I don't think anything's gonna ever stop me from loving dogs. I love all animals in general. I think they all have their own quirks and cute things to them, but just dogs take the cake for me. They're my favorite animal, and sadly I'm allergic to them, but do you think that stops me? No. There was this one dog I met on the street. His name was Norton. It was a dog walker. He was walking like 12 dogs, so I was in heaven, you know. And then Norton barks when you stop petting him. He barks because he wants you to pet him. I think that's the cutest thing ever. I can't have one now because my mom's allergic to them. She's even more allergic than me. I just already have my mindset, and when I think of my future, there's a dog in it. Trying to be popular is probably one of the worst things you can put yourself through. You feel like you have to be somebody else to hang out with them, and even if you feel like you are being yourself with them, you know, you find yourself doing things that you know isn't right. You find yourself doing things that your parents probably taught you to do better. It's weird because it's so toxic. You feel happy that you feel like you're accepted with them, but that kind of attention is so temporary. And it just led me to being a follower, and I didn't want to be a follower. I wanted to be a leader. So I was just like, you know what, peace. And I don't want to have a posse. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want to follow somebody anymore. I wanted to be my own person. I wanted to have fun with my friends. I wanted to be at the same level with my friends. I didn't want to feel like I had to be prettier than somebody. I didn't want to feel like I had to be better than somebody. I didn't want to feel like, oh, she has more followers than me. Like, oh no, how do I get more followers than her? She's not even, like, it's so much drama, unnecessary, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Like, just take my advice. If you feel like you're in a situation where you're not being yourself, take yourself out of that situation. I don't think that people meant to be this way. It just kind of happened with the whole status quo of cliques and stuff like that. I feel like people's heart was in the right place, but obviously people don't make the best decisions at times. If you are like popular and you enjoy yourself genuinely, then don't listen to this. I don't think that I'm popular, I don't think I'm anything, and that's okay. I'm not trying to be anything anymore. I felt like I just made so many mistakes, and like it wasn't too late to fix them, so I'm happy where I am right now. Braces aren't too bad. I don't really know how much to say about that. I know somebody commented that they wanted a braces update. I'm going to vlog when I get my braces off because it's going to be pretty soon and I'm excited about it. If you're scared of getting them, like, don't be, because it doesn't really hurt. They're not taking anything out. I got mine when I had all my adult teeth, so I know some people get them when they have their baby teeth, but I mean, they didn't pull anything out. You're just kind of going to be a little sore. I feel like that's the most pain you're going to feel ever, is soreness. Oh, and your wire poking you. God, if you have braces and like you feel like a poke, say something. Tell the lady to cut it because you will be stuck. You're gonna need so much of that little wax thing. Like, no, I haven't because I've been too shy to tell her to cut it. I'm just like, it's perfect. I'm a weird child. Like, I could be so outgoing at times, but then sometimes just so shy that I don't even want to talk. I don't know. It kind of varies sometimes, like my shyness. It's super weird. Car rides are probably going to be the best moments of your life. When I think of like good moments, I think about my family, and I've noticed that like we've had some like just great times where like I'm just in the car with my mom, and then like we're just driving back from somewhere, and then we're just like singing like freaking on the top of our lungs to like a song, and it's just so like, I don't know, I just feel like so in the moment, and I feel like that's just one of the times. It's like a movie moment to me. I don't know why I like it so much. I feel like everybody has at least like one really great moment in a car ride, especially those night car rides. Those are really fun where you're just like chilling back and like just vibing. I know that's like super like Tumblr. I'm not trying to be Tumblr. It's just, I just think those are like one of the best moments, and I like it because music's involved and the people I love are involved. So like, what else do I need? I don't know. It's just something about car rides. I don't know what that was, but like, I'm excited. Try not to overthink. This is basically advice for myself because I literally overthink so much to a point where I overthink to something that didn't even happen yet, or I overthink to so many possibilities that I get lost in my overthinking. And honestly, if you are like one of those people like me, my best advice is to, before you make a decision, before you just come to conclusions on your own, because that's what people who overthink do. They just come to a conclusion on their own because they have so many scenarios and they have all these conclusions, and they're just like, oh, I know, if this happens then I'm gonna do this, if that happens then I'm gonna do that. No matter how many scenarios you thought of, it just never happens the way that you thought it would. Like, it's just crazy. So just try to let it play out And if you feel like you're overthinking so much that you don't know what you're gonna say, or if you're like mad or something, like don't let all that overthinking get you riled up. Before you even make a decision, get all the information that you need. If you can't, then try to let it go. I know it's hard because it's like a stable person's mindset and I cannot relate, but just try to let it go because there's nothing you can do about it. If there is something that you can do about it, then great. But if you're overthinking to a point where it's just like you're either really mad, you're super sad, just stop. Take a breather. I am now trying to, before I have to make like a big decision I feel like is important to me, I'm trying to sleep on it. Because I know that you can be so impulsive and you just be like, no, like while you're mad because something that didn't play out, but you already overthought it and it got you mad, and then you're like reacting to that with that same mindset. It's not good. Try to sleep on it. Take a day, see how you feel in the morning. Try to keep physical memories. And I know that sounds like a weird way to say it, but like just memories that aren't on your phone. Try to keep like physical pictures. Try to keep like movie tickets, like those small little things, little notes that people write. You just keep them because you're never gonna have them again. Even if you have a picture of them, it's not the same as holding it in your hand. There's so many memories attached to something that can be so insignificant at the time, but then in the future you'll look back and you'll just open a whole new world of memories that you had. And I just always want to have those little doors with me. And if you can, like, also do that as well, right? People know. It's like people love that. Fish will never taste good to me. This is an argument I have with a lot of people. Everybody's like, well, I don't think you've tried enough fish. I feel like I have come to the conclusion that every single fish I will not like. I do not like anything that comes from the ocean besides water and salt. I don't even like seaweed. I don't like any kind of fish. Not shrimp. I know that's popular and people are like, oh no, you don't even like shrimp. I've eaten shrimp before. I've tried it. I don't like it. Even if my chicken tastes fishy, like if you go to Bubba Gump's and they fry it in the same like oil, I hate that. Don't fry it in the same oil. I just cannot eat fish. And then people like push me with that. They're just like, no, like I don't think you've tried like a good one. Have you tried it from this place? It's like, I'm not gonna go on a fish adventure right now. I don't want to spend money just to say I don't like it again. Like, I just don't like it. And I don't think it tastes like chicken. I don't think it ever will taste like chicken. Yeah, I'm that girl, my bad. Also, don't be a food pusher. Like, if somebody doesn't want to eat something, you'll be like, come on, try it. Like, don't be that person. Like, if it's like something like, oh, this is my mom's like homemade recipe, like, oh, of course I'll try it. I'm not gonna be mean. Of course, like, I'll try something. But if I'm telling you, hey man, I'm kind of full, I don't think I want any more food, don't push it. 15 is people can change. I really want to get into detail with this because I don't want people to think I'm saying something and then like go do something. Like, no, I'm saying that people can change in a way that they can make themselves a better person, but it's not your job to do it. You cannot fix somebody. I know that it's hard to hear, but you literally cannot fix somebody who does not want to fix themselves. You can be there for somebody, but when it comes to a point like, for example, like a boyfriend and girlfriend scenario and like he's like being abusive towards her and she's like, oh, but he can change. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. Leave, honey, please leave. People change over time. People change over a period of time. It's not something like, oh, what is it? I don't like my hair, I'm gonna change it. Like, no, it's not like that. It's something that people have to learn on their own, and you can probably be there for them and guide them, but if they really can't change and it's hurting you in the process, then leave. And maybe they'll figure it out on their own. I'm not trying to say change who you are. I'm trying to say change negative things about you, things that you can actually fix. People can get rid of negative things about themselves, and I feel like if people just say, well, this is who I am, then that's just such an excuse. He or she is constantly being like inconsiderate or something. Last time I checked, being inconsiderate is not a genetic trait, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can change that. So if they're just saying, that's how I am, like, then that's just such, like, BS. It's BS. People who want to change will change, and it's not your job to do it for them. They have to learn on their own, and if it's hurting you in the process, just leave, and you can watch it from afar. Maybe you can come back when they have changed, but yeah. Don't lose hope, but also don't stick around if it's something that's hurting you in any kind of way. This is a coincidence because this was in no particular order, but this last one I feel like is extremely important, and it's super cheesy, but like, it's true. just try to accept yourself. You only have one body, you only have one life. You're with yourself your entire life, so it's like you gotta accept yourself at some point. I know it might be hard, like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, you don't have to be. Things that are you make you beautiful. Stop trying to change something that is part of who you are. Just don't ever lose yourself. Accept who you are, embrace it, and put who you are into the world and put it into everything you do. Try not to focus so much on exterior things. Try not to focus so much on things that you can control. Just accept for yourself for who you are, and when you love yourself, then people around you can feel it, and people around you want to gravitate towards that self-love. If you love yourself, the rest will flow and the rest will fall together, and you'll just be so much more happier in the process. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I have plenty of others and we'll be making much more in the future, so please consider subscribing. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.